Hi there, it's Tamara Hawk here with your Hump Day Healing Energy Downloads. Um, the morning I do these, my peeps always tell me what deck to use. So this morning they told me self-awareness release. So that's the deck we're using. We used this one a couple weeks ago too. Um, we're we're living in times of extremes here, so we shall see what cards come up. I think they'll be helpful no matter what, as they often or always are. Okay. So we're doing 5 cards again today. I'm liking the 5 cards. They seem to kind of come together nicely. Okay, so our first download for energy healing, and this is all quantum. These are fractals, these pictures. Anyway, so our first one is distress tolerance. Okay, now there's seems to be a lot of distress for some people, but this download, it's going to help you come into almost like a radical acceptance of what's going on around you and or in your life. Okay, um, it will help with your ability to see your environment and perceive your environment without needing the environment to be different. Okay. It's going to calm down your intense emotions. Um, if you're feeling unsure about the future, it can help calm those feelings. Okay. Bring you into a place of trust. Yeah, and just basically acceptance of what is, because a lot of stuff we just can't change. It can bring you into your senses, okay, into your body. So the next one, which is going to wind up being similar, I'm sure, as they give me these messages and we talk about it, is observation. So with observation, this also helps to ground us, bring us into our body, okay? Can help you get out of your head. Uh, when we come into our body and we use our senses, like even just the 5 senses, as opposed to the higher 6 senses, but just what we're seeing, what we're hearing, what we're feeling, things like that. Okay, it can help you get out of your head. Um, it can just breathe, get calm. Um, this download can also help you kind of notice what you notice. I always say, notice what you notice what is different. Okay, this download will actually help you with that noticing what is different. It can help remove attachments to ways of thinking about things, like judgments and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. So it's looking like these are really working together, all of these ones. They always do, but anyway, extremes. We've already mentioned extremes. um, so sometimes we get stuck in this thing where everything's like black or white, or in our lives we're either feast or famine. Sometimes you could get into a space where you're taking too many risks, or you could get into a space where you take no risks at all. You're afraid of things changing. So all of those are extremes. It's like this way or that way, one way or the other. Okay, so this download is going to help calm that. So it can be both. Okay, a little bit more gray. Um, yeah, so that's that one. Take you out of the extremes. Um, Especially if you're one that says things like, oh, that was devastating, right? That's an extreme way of thinking, of being, right? That's like, was it devastating or was it just change? All right. So the next one that we've got is introspection. Okay. Um, sometimes we could do introspection, which is not a bad thing to do. But this download is going to help you keep the introspection from becoming too much ruminating, being too much in your head. Okay. It can provide some balance for you. Once again, keeping you in your moment. That was earlier card said that. A good way to say use introspection or use it to create uh, like a curiosity about the future as opposed to a worry about the future. Okay. Um, you can ask questions like, what's this trying to show me? Like, what questions as opposed to why? Okay. Um, Sometimes if we say why, it's like, why is this happening? Or the why questions come with this energy of victimhood. And if we are like, what is it? That's a curiosity type question. So if you could get curious instead of victimhood, um, it opens more doors for you. Okay. So this download is going to help with that. All right. Now, the last card, we had this card 2 weeks ago, but I'm getting different messages from it than I did 2 weeks ago. Okay. So it's childhood trauma. Okay. So what I'm getting around this, like the last time I got this, it was about things that may have happened when we were younger, medical procedures or just lousy parents, whatever. But this time, it feels so much bigger. It's the energy of what we were taught as a collective. Okay, like um, we've been taught that we're limited. We've been taught fear of God as opposed to the light of God. Um, we've been taught to fear a lot of things when inside we're actually very, very powerful. But like I say, this childhood trauma energy of this one, it feels so much like it's related to things that society has taught us as opposed to just our home environment. Okay. If you do need clearing around a home thing from childhood, this will assist with that. But it's today it just seems like it's also much bigger. Okay. So we're going to get right to it, do these downloads for you, and you can sit and relax. Or if you don't feel like sitting and relaxing, you don't have to. Quite often, these cards download just as we're watching them. So, anyway, here we go. Okay, so that was pretty nice. I could have stayed there for a few hours. Um, yeah, so notice what you notice. Notice what is different. The downloads may help you notice what you notice. My next 21 days of energy clearing and healing is coming up in less than a week. So if you want to get in on that, there will be a link in the comments. The 21 days is different than these videos I do, but Still the energy. Different and the same, all at the same time. Anyway, so these are your cards for the week. Um, yeah, don't think there's anything else I need to say. Anyway, till next time, much love.